Hey guys, how's it going? It's Pat in Pat's kitchen, and we're going old school and making some homebrew cider today. Okay, so going to be doing some cider. Should be a nice and simple one, fingers crossed. Going to be doing a raspberry cider. Reason for doing a raspberry cider is that my neighbours have been growing raspberries, and they said, Pat, we've got too many raspberries, do you want some? And I went, I'm sure I can think of something to do with them. So yeah, we're just going to do a 5-litre demijohn of apple and raspberry cider, just using a bit of little apple juice and the raspberries that they've given us, which not weighed out, but based off of the same size bag from a shop, about 500 grams, so that's a kilo of raspberries roughly, plus 4.5 litres of apple juice. We'll do some hydrometer readings to see roughly what sort of percentage cider we're going to be getting, but because I am using raspberries and not raspberry puree, I will be just bringing the raspberries up to 70 degrees, because just in case they've had any beasties in them. Just a little bit of the cider in from a little bit of the juice will be heating up to that temp, and then we'll use the rest of it to bring the temperature back down. So yeah, just kind of stick these in there. Might as well do the store-bought frozen raspberries as well. That is just covering the raspberries, so it's probably going to take longer than I planned to actually get up to temp. Getting them all submerged. So just while we're waiting for the pan to heat up, I thought I'd have a chat and say this is quite an interesting one, because yeah, haven't done a cider in absolutely ages, and yeah, kind of going back to using some older equipment. I haven't done a demijohn size batch in a long time, so yeah, it took me a little while to get that clean, because I've just been sitting in the garage, and yeah, thought I'd needed to clean that quite a bit. And I figured if I'm going to be using some old equipment like a demijohn, I thought I'd also use some of my older things, like I went into Wilkinson's and picked up some Wilkinson's cleaner and steriliser to do it all. To be fair, I did also use another non-rinse steriliser as well afterwards, but I thought, you know, very old school, use Wilkinson's cleaner. And I've also picked up some Wilkinson's yeast nutrient, so you know, kind of going back to basics. Oh, that's still very cold. I suppose they were frozen strawberries, or raspberries should I say, so shouldn't be that surprised. Okay, so We have just come up to about 70 degrees, so give it another minute. That should effectively pasteurise all of the fruit that's in there, so all of the bugs and bits and pieces will be dead. I'm sure my neighbours keep a very clean garden, but you know, just to be sure. I'm going to turn off the heat, and while we do the initial wait, let's just get an idea of what sort of ABV we'll be looking at for this cider. So that is sitting at about 10.50. About 10.49. So if that ferments all the way out, yeah, we're looking at maybe, is that about 5% beer roughly? Well, cider, about 5%. More than happy with that. No need to add any sugars for this. I'm not really after anything that's going to blow your head off. So that's good. Let's climb this off of the heat, and might as well start filling up the demijohn with this while we're waiting. Okay, so we heated it up, we checked the gravity, and we've now cooled it down. It's now sitting at about 43 degrees C. So I'm going to be pouring into here, and yes, it is at this point where you may be saying, God, I bet he wished he had a bigger funnel, because those raspberries are going to get stuck. And also, I bet he wishes that the pot he was using had a little bit more of a spout to help pour out of. But we've got some kitchen towel at the ready, and we're going to give it a go. The cunning plan: just sanitise a small jug. I'm going to start by emptying a few jug worths in first. You know, take my time with it. No need to rush. See, up here for thinking, down there for dancing. So I know the sanitation police are going to have a bit of a go at us for that, because obviously I popped my jug on the kitchen towel and the kitchen towel's not sanitised, and then I dipped it back into the pot. But you know what? Don't really care. We'll see how this goes. I've actually got quite a bit of this apple juice left. Just, you know, obviously there's a kilo of raspberries in there, so I'm not going to have as much actual cider as I'd planned, but that's okay, that's fine. Temperature, let's check this. Temperature in there is at 26.7, so a bit hot for the yeast to go in, but we'll mix in the nutrient. There. We'll let this cool down, then stick the yeast in there, followed by popping it just in the fermentation fridge. In the meantime, okay, so yeah, we're in the fermentation fridge, back in the garage. We've got it down to 21 degrees, which is acceptable by my standards to start with the yeast. I'm just going to take this off, pour it in. Don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not. So we're using Mangrove Jack's cider yeast for this. Pop that there. Where should we go? Give it a little bit of a shake. And we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. So, for those of you still watching, thanks for watching it all through to the end. You may have noticed that I am using a different camera, normally using the phone, so I've actually put the effort in and set up the proper camera. So let me know what this is like. I've not got any additional speakers or anything, so I don't know if the sound's going to be any good. Fingers crossed it is. If not, we'll have to look into sorting out mics and stuff. Yeah, as I say, I know that the old sanitation police aren't going to be overly happy with me based off of this video. I've not necessarily stuck to all of the top rules with regards to what should and shouldn't be sanitised, but yeah, this is kind of just a bit of a video of let's go old school and just do something a bit fun, a bit easy, and get it done. And you know what, if it if it goes wrong, get an infection, so what? I spent barely anything on the stuff, and it's not taking me that long to do. So, you know, best case scenario, I get some lovely cider. Worst case scenario, I don't. Anyway guys, hopefully that was of interest. Like, subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll catch you next time.